Thank you for joining us, and welcome to this presentation that we're going to share with you about a unique opportunity that you have to earn money in the income tax business without learning taxes, preparing taxes, or even quitting your day job. We're Umbrella Financial Services. We are a leading tax service bureau, professional tax software and licensing company that's in the income tax space. What we primarily do is that we offer, sell, and service professional tax preparation software to tax professionals all around the country. We also have a licensing program where we teach individuals that have no income tax experience, as well as individuals that do, and we teach them a better way to be able to grow and market their income tax business. We've been extremely successful in 2011, where we've had phenomenal growth. Now I'm proud to say that we have upwards of 500 independently owned and operated licensees that own and operate their own tax preparation business that spans across about 4 states. We partner with industry leaders, some of the top thought leaders in the industry and top companies in the industry when it comes to software. We partner with TaxLayer, which is the #1 tax preparation software company in the market today. We also, from an education standpoint, we are a licensed education provider, continuing education provider for the IRS. Technology-wise, we partner with Ideology. Ideology is a leading company when it comes to identity theft prevention, which is something that we're going to talk about today, and a process that we use and one of the issues that are plaguing the tax industry today. And from a financial services standpoint, and some of the refund settlement products that we offer clients today, we partner with the industry leaders in terms of Santa Barbara Tax Product Group's Refund Advantage, as well as your traditional banks like Bank of America and Capital One. Why we're in this industry is very simple. Income tax is a huge industry. Right now today, we know that every year there's more and more income tax filers that come of age that are ready to file. Everyone has to have their income tax is done. Current law dictates that every working citizen, American citizen, has to file their taxes. So when you think about your opportunity, almost everyone that you know that is a working individual has to file their income tax. And because tax preparation is a relationship business, and financial services is still huge as it pertains to relationship businesses, you have the opportunity to take advantage of it in regards to what we do. Current issues that are impacting this industry. Some of the issues that are impacting our business today, from an IRS standpoint, the IRS is warning that all tax professionals need to be registered with the IRS. They need to be licensed. They need to be credentialed. They need to know exactly what they're doing. They need to be up to date with current tax law. The lack of transparency and disclosure of fees. One of the other issues that taxpayers face in our business is that there is no standardized pricing of income tax preparation. It may say it'll start off at this amount, but it'll end up at this amount. When you think about your barber, when you think about your nail technician, when you think about your hairstylist, those individuals have to be licensed. Your tax professional doesn't. When you think about what you're going to pay for your haircut or what you're going to pay for your stylist, generally you have a good idea of what the cost is going to be before you sit down. In income tax industry, you have no idea. It's very hard for clients to price comparison shop. There's very little or no standardization in terms of the explanation of tax law or tax forms in this business from tax professionals. And then from a refund settlement option, clients aren't given oftentimes the opportunity to discuss and go over the different options that they have to get their refund funded. Okay, that's an issue. And then lastly, at the top of the IRS's priority poll, you have identity theft and data security. Because most tax professionals that work in this business, they're seasonal. H&R Block has over 80,000 seasonal employees. Those individuals are going to go to work for 4 months and then they're going to leave. Current tax law dictates that if that individual prepared to return, they're also supposed to keep a top copy of the individual's return that they did. So that same individual that is working on your tax return tomorrow may be working, at a used car dealership, and we've seen that. And they're taking your information and they're using it for other things, unfortunately. From a data security standpoint, when you think about do-it-yourself softwares like TurboTax and Tax Act, those individuals, all an individual has to do is to have your information. Say your identity was stolen. As long as they have your information, they can go online, because there's no face interaction. There's no personal interaction. They can go online and they can conveniently file your information and get a tax return and send it to wherever they want it to go. So these are issues that are impacting our industry. These things we've seen an increase in since the IRS lost the Loving case. In that Loving case, what the IRS did was sue the tax professional industry and say that we want to mandate that all tax professionals be licensed and credentialed. They have to take a competency test. Okay, they need some type of license, much like, again, I mentioned with your hairstylist, your barber, your nail technician. You wouldn't let someone cut your hair if they wasn't licensed. You wouldn't let a nail technician work on your nails. You wouldn't let an attorney represent you that did not have or pass their bar exam. You wouldn't let a doctor work on your brain, or a surgeon work on you surgically if they did not have the proper training. Unfortunately, from an income tax preparation standpoint, we allow individuals that have no training whatsoever and no standardization in terms of training to prepare our taxes. Okay, that's what the IRS is facing. That's what they're fighting. There's proposed legislature now that says that they're going to grant states the ability, if you're a tax professional, that you have to pass some type of competency test. Okay, we've also seen, since losing the Loving case, that the IRS, there's an increase in terms of penalties and enforcement on rogue tax professionals that don't follow the law as it pertains to improper payments that are out there. We've seen that. We've also seen, especially this past season, with the identity theft standpoint, what happens is the PATH Act now is something that we'll see this year. And what that is that the IRS this year, if you get any type of refundable credit, earned income credit, child tax credit, additional child tax credit, the IRS is going to hold your refund for longer than 21 days. Partnering with the Social Security Administration, what they're going to do is they're going to do their best to impede identity theft as well as improper payments. Again, the IRS found this past season, from the delay in tax returns and talking to tax professionals, that the public itself, in the court of public opinion, the public is tired of the fact that tax professionals aren't licensed, aren't credentialed. Okay, the public also demanding now that they want to have their tax professional take some type of training, that they should have some level of competency when they're preparing your taxes. Think about today's convenient filing options out there. There's a misconception. There's what consumers think or feel that they know about those options versus the truth. What you may have heard about your convenient do-it-yourself software options like TurboTax or Tax Act, you've heard that consumers prefer do-it-yourself software because it's free and it's easy to use. They think that it's easy to do it themselves, that it won't take as long. Why do I have to get in the car and drive an hour for something that's going to take someone 10 minutes to do? I don't want to schedule an appointment. I don't want to wait in the lobby all day. Okay, it's faster, of course, than going to my tax pro or my CPA. I'm not going to pay as much if I do it myself. And of course, I won't get out of it if I do it myself, because I'm going to follow the steps. TurboTax makes suggestions, so it has to be correct. From a professional tax preparation standpoint, what we've heard is that all tax pros, they have to know what they're doing. They have to be a pro if they work at Jackson Hewitt or H&R Block. I know exactly what I'm going to pay for if I walk into one of these locations. And at the same time, my information is going to be accurate. It's going to be secure. That's what we've heard. But the truth is,
wanted to find out what you're really getting for your money and who is the most accurate in our tax test.
You want to do this one?
Paul and Julie Hennick enjoy spending time with their son, but they don't like spending time doing their taxes, so they pay a professional.
Just convenience.
But does it always pay off to have someone else do it for you, or should you do it yourself?
I've never tried to do any taxes myself.
But the Haddocks are willing to try. We asked them to try TurboTax and shop their tax return to 2 local tax services, and the results are surprising.
That is bad.
We started hitting camera tests at H&R Block, but when we asked about price,
It depends on the form. Some forms are more complex than others.
Paul Haddock lives in Missouri but works in Kansas and does odd jobs on the side, so they decide to itemize.
These are your itemized deductions, your exemptions.
The preparer deducts the miles Paul puts on his car for work-related sales calls and seems at ease with the return.
You're going to have to get a refund.
Their refund? $1,446. The cost to get the return done is $463, leaving them with a total of $983. Across town at Liberty Tax Service, the Haddocks are promised a better deal.
I used to work at Block. What it is?
The tax preparer starts the Haddocks return but needs help from her supervisor.
Why are you putting them together?
She gets back on track only to get off track once again. She asks for help 10 times.
Miss Betty, may you come here, please? I'm not having Miss Betty come over there. Betty.
And all this leaves the Haddocks uneasy.
How do they make? Curious, are they doing my taxes right?
When Liberty Tax Service is done, the refund? $1,464. That's just $18 more than H&R Block. Plus, we pay a $431 fee.
A third of what we were supposed to be getting back, they're taking away from us to cover the expenses.
So we try a less expensive option. We buy TurboTax for just $80. In no time at all, the Haddocks are filing their own taxes.
It tells you step by step exactly what to put in where.
But the Haddocks hit a few snags when it comes to the Kansas return. Plus, they don't know where to deduct Paul's work mileage.
With a little more time spent, I could figure that out.
But until they figure it out, TurboTax leaves them with only a $229 refund.
TurboTax is good if you kind of have an idea of what the end result is supposed to look like.
Linda Riffle is the former president of the KC chapter of the Missouri Society of CPAs and has 7 years' experience reviewing tax returns. She looks at all 3 of our returns.
And this return is not complicated at all. It's very easy.
Linda has no idea who we tested. We label the returns A, B, and C. Linda immediately finds problems on the do-it-yourself return.
This taxpayer should not have done it on their own.
Paul admits he missed a few deductions, but Linda says he'll have a tough time figuring out how to fix it, and found he took a deduction he's not entitled to.
You gotta know the law.
So how well did our pay tax preparers know the law? Remember, we paid them more than $400 each. Both prepared returns differed by just $18, but our expert says there is a big difference in the accuracy.
And I found a couple mistakes that I just felt like shouldn't have been made that were fairly obvious.
Linda says Liberty did the mileage wrong and missed the self-employment tax.
The mistake in theory is it's bad.
But Linda is pleased with what she finds in H&R Block's return.
As far as I can tell, there wasn't any mistakes.
Linda says it's not price, but quality service that matters.
The fact that they needed 2 people to do a return and it wasn't that difficult, that whole situation would make me want to run for the hills.
Miss Betty, may you come here, please?
So the truth is, when it comes to convenient or what we assume to be convenient do-it-yourself software, research says that the number one reason why people use do-it-yourself software is from a convenience standpoint. People want convenience. We see that now. When you think about services like Uber, you think about the fact that even though I have a car, even though I pay my car note, even though I pay my insurance, pay my service. From a convenience standpoint, I want convenience that I will download an app. I will pay for someone to come get me, take me down the street, and pay to bring them back, because I conveniently don't want to find a parking spot. I conveniently don't want to wait. I want the convenience of having someone, Uber me or lift me down the street. So when you think about the convenience of that, when you think about mobile banking and the fact that we no longer have to go into a bank, we no longer have to stand in a line, wait for a teller. We can do everything from our mobile phone right now. Convenience, people want convenience, and we've seen an increase in an urge and a surge in people using mobile apps from a convenience standpoint, more than they use the web, more than every banks and doctors and attorneys, they're all moving to options that give clients more convenience. When you think about, again, those do-it-yourself softwares, the tax code is complicated. You have to know the law. And currently that law is over 73,000 pages and 4 million words. So it's like reading War and Peace. If I don't know what I'm doing, if this isn't my profession, what I do day to day, it's going to be almost impossible for me to learn how to do my taxes, to keep up with the tax law. We also know that, do-it-yourself software, it isn't as convenient as what we thought. Tax preparation on average, and this is a study done by the IRS, is that on average, it takes a user about 13 hours to complete their tax returns using do-it-yourself software. And again, the IRS reports that more errors, math errors, are made on do-it-yourself software. The challenge with that is, again, I did it myself. I have no one to blame but myself. I have no one to represent me. I have no one to tell me how to fix it at all by myself. And that's what we've seen. We've seen an increase and a rise. If you Google some of the issues that are out there with not only do-it-yourself softwares like TurboTax and Tax Act, that is the issue. Not to mention, again, another issue, one of the number one issues is the identity theft. Because again, all a fraudster has to do is take your information, know your information, and go on there and file your tax return. So it's not safe. It's not as secure as what we think. From a tax pro standpoint, there's over 1 million tax professionals right now in the United States. Only 41% of those individuals have the recommended license and credentials that the IRS recommends. That includes your CPAs, attorneys, and enrolled agents as well. From a big box chain standpoint, when we think about H&R Block with its 80,000 employees in Jackson Hewitt and Liberty Tax, as well as some of your mom and pops, on average, especially with those box chains, on average they take as little as 5 days worth of training. Again, I might as well have done it myself if that's all the training that I had. Most tax professional fees, they aren't upfront, they aren't transparent. You just saw an H&R Block video that they weren't able to give the client an idea of what their tax preparation would cost. They didn't even show them a fee sheet at that time. And again, what we know is that the IRS has indicated, and they've been able to report that there's upwards of $30 billion in improper payments that are made by tax professionals each year, and that's increasing. And they're tired of it, and they're going to stop it. So we asked ourselves, can we create a better way for consumers to file? For taxpayers, can we make tax preparation an enjoyable experience again? For the most part, it's not fun at all. I just want my check. I don't want to go through the hassle of getting my documentation together, trusting the tax professional that I don't know anything about this year. My same tax professional isn't there. I got to get online. I got to do it myself. I got to follow these steps. Can we make it an enjoyable experience again? Can we make it easy, fast, safe, and secure? Can we give clients the best of both worlds? What if we're able to do that? What if I'm able to solve the issue of convenience? That you can do your taxes anytime, anywhere. But instead of me doing them myself, what if I had a licensed and credentialed tax professional that was able to do it for it, an expert that was able to do it for me there? Is our current model nimble enough? So what you're here to learn about. We have that opportunity. We're excited to tell you about is Vtax. Vtax is an on-demand professional tax preparation. Okay, imagine if you're a taxpayer having the ability to have the best of both worlds, being able to conveniently download an app, securely create an account. I don't need to know taxes. I just need to snap a few pictures of my documents that I have. securely upload them, and then instead of me doing the taxes myself and following some steps that may or may not be accurate, I have a tax professional that was waiting right there, waiting to do my taxes for me. Right at in the palm of my hand, I have a tax professional. And what Vtax's on-demand tax preparation model is very, very similar, if not the same, as your traditional model that you're familiar with. The only difference is Vtax's certified preparers, enrolled agents, and CPAs that are all licensed and registered and experienced in tax preparation. They're not face-to-face. They're not face-to-face with the taxpayer. We use technology to be able to connect the two. Using technology, taxpayers have the convenient access to our team of IRS tax law certified tax professionals, enrolled agents, and CPAs and accountants. Our model consists of really three components. First, we have the free mobile app for both Android and iOS. We have the registered licensed tax professional that's certified, that has the training that the IRS recommends. And then we have the enrolled agents and CPAs. The enrolled agents being the highest level of certification that IRS gives anyone from a tax preparation standpoint. They can also represent you in the event of an audit or anything like that. And then we have certified public accountants, those individuals that do have more complex returns, that do have any type of business expenses. We have individuals that are experienced, that are trained, that are able to review every single return that is done in the Vtax. Again, it starts with the mobile app, the convenience of having your pocket professional right there on your mobile phone. You being able to conveniently download the app, upload your information, have your taxes done whenever, wherever you want to have them done. Simple.
Vtax mobile app. Convenient, simple, secure. Vtax mobile app allows you to file smarter anywhere, anytime. Our mobile application allows taxpayers the convenience of sending their tax return information and documents from the convenience of their home. Simply download the mobile app for free. Click 1040 Return. Your max refund is now at your fingertips. Seamlessly switch between your phone, tablet, or computer. No need to know taxes. Just answer simple questions about your life and get your maximum refund guaranteed. Snap, tap, upload. Take a photo of your W-2 with your phone or tablet and watch as all your information accurately gets uploaded to your secure client portal for accessing by the tax professionals at Vtax headquarters. Your info is saved with secure encryption and always protected and available in your personal secure client portal. Then, sit back and relax. Connect with a Vtax licensed and credentialed tax professional via video or phone to review your tax return and search over 350 credits and deductions to get you the max return. Our guarantee: 100% accuracy. All returns are reviewed by EAs and CPAs with years of training and experience. Transparent pricing. Depending on the complexity of a return, the price will be between $200 to $550. Pay only when you file. Maximum refund guaranteed. Our tax professionals will ask all the right questions and work harder, dig deeper, and fight to find 100% of the credits and deductions you deserve. Vtax. Simple is easy.
Again, imagine the convenience from a client standpoint of being able to download an app securely create an account. We verify identity to ensure that it's the right person, answer some few questions about themselves, upload their tax documents, scan the back of their driver's license to make sure the information is accurate, take a picture of it, take a selfie so that we can verify identity. Verify all your information is accurate, put in your telephone number, and securely send that information to the tax professionals at Vtax. And before we have your information, we call to verify you are who you are. You have a secure number that allows us to ask you a few questions to verify your identity. And once we verify that information, then you're able to access professionally prepared by individuals that have all the training, that have all the licensing and the credentials that the IRS recommends. And every tax return is reviewed for accuracy by an enrolled agent or CPA. We're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week from a support standpoint. If there's any questions that you have, anytime you need your documents, you have access to them securely. If there's any questions that you have, you're able to reach someone. If it's after tax season, you're still able to reach someone. The secure, always on, always available service that you have available to you. And one of the reasons that you're here is that you want to learn about the business opportunity that we have. Most of the time when individuals are interested in getting in this business and earning money in this vast industry, you have to think about, well, what does it take for me to earn money to get in this business? Well, typically, your own tax office, again, you can earn a lot of money, but you have to take training. You need equipment. You need an office. You need what's called electronic filing identification number. You need liability insurance because you're going to be liable for everything. Okay, you can start it yourself. Franchise the business. When you think about convenient filing options, convenient options to own your business, you can always franchise it. When you think about those franchise models, you have to think about the money that's cost that goes into them, the liability that you still have, and when you're going to see a return on your investment. Most of those options are going to tell you, hey, look, you won't see any money for the first, 2 to 3 to 4 years, even in some of those situations, when you think about it. So it's an investment that goes into it. But what we've seen a death to the tax office storefront. Even with our own offices, we see as much as 30% of the clients that don't even live in the area. As high as 70% of our clients that choose a more convenient way of communicating with their tax professional by texting, faxing, via phone, their information on their first visit. What we know is that that's not safe. Again, it's not safe. So consumer trends have changed the way that consumers consume. People are more convenient now and more comfortable with using mobile technology to communicate nowadays. As I mentioned, with your Ubers, with your Lyfts, with your banks. That's how consumers are starting to communicate. And we know that that's even evident and true in this industry. If you think about H&R Block, if they're the litmus test, what we've seen most recently is H&R Block has reported collapsing share prices, millions of loss of customers, and there's rumors of even them selling right now. And that's primarily due to the issues that we've been talking about this entire time. Another question, can we create a better way for individuals to earn money in the income tax business? Okay, for prospective licensees, can we offer a better opportunity for individuals to supplement and even make more income without increasing their liability? Okay, can we create a way to where individuals can learn money without learning income tax, without doing a return, and without the liabilities that's normally associated with it? Can we create a fresh new business model that's focused on relationship marketing? I mentioned earlier that tax preparation is still a relationship business. The financial industry as a whole is still a relationship business. We take references of a good bank, of a good banker, of a good attorney, of a good tax professional, a good CPA. The majority of our business, the majority of that industry is still heavily related and relies on referrals and word of mouth when it comes to that. And can we innovate the tax preparation process? And we've created a fresh new business opportunity for individuals to earn money in this industry without learning taxes, without the liability of preparing taxes. In your own tax preparation business, you're going to start your own tax marketing company. Okay, your own digital mobile marketing company. All right, we call it our mobilepreneurship. You're going to be an independent marketing licensed agent. Okay, you don't have to know taxes or prepare taxes or even understand tax law. There's no risk and overhead in owning your own office, no equipment needed. There's no costly staff. You don't even need to quit your day job. Okay, we're going to teach you mobile marketing technology. We're going to provide you with the tools, with the tactics, with everything you need to be successful in this business based on relationship marketing. And how that works is very simple.
Now you're thinking, what's it like to start your own Vtax marketing business? In short, it's life-changing. First of all, you don't need to prepare any returns. Vtax credentialed tax professionals and both agents and CPAs are the ones who will do the actual tax returns. While they're doing the hard part, you do the fun part, interacting with clients and being the voice of Vtax. Because you don't need a storefront, you will use your influence to generate clients by sharing the benefits of Vtax tax preparation service by word of mouth, in person, social media, anywhere that's convenient. Clients try our services by downloading our mobile app, answering a few questions about their life, upload their tax information and send it to our credentialed tax professionals using our industry-leading technology, which uses the industry's leading security infrastructure, making the process completely safe and secure. As little as 15 to 30 minutes later, the return is done and sent back directly to the client. Simple, easy, secure. If the client needs to speak to a Vtax tax professional, they can do it via webcam, email, or phone. And clients love our transparent and upfront pricing. Prices for tax returns fall between $200 and $550 depending on the complexity of the return. There is no guessing from the client and no hidden fees, and you get to keep 50% of those fees. The simplicity of our revenue sharing model combined with the cutting-edge technology and our proven business model makes us quite irresistible. Our royalties are 50% of the fees collected. The licensee agreement is a one-year renewable licensing agreement and there is room to grow. In the future, after you build your customer base, you can decide to open up a Vtax storefront location, with that license agreement being 5 years. Starting out, your client pool will be friends and family, your professional network, and people from your community. However, it will quickly grow from word of mouth, referrals, our branding, and our cutting-edge marketing strategies. We will teach and work with you on these marketing techniques, show you the right networking events to attend, and provide you with online training in social media, email marketing, and much more. This breakthrough opportunity is changing the way this industry brings products and services to the marketplace. Getting started in owning this low-cost, high-reward business is simple and it's extremely affordable. We're here to answer any questions you have and look forward to working with you. If you're ready to gain financial freedom, contact us today by using
So if you think about what people refer to as the Uber effect and why Uber was so effective in this industry when it came in, why it was so disruptive, that's what Vtax is. Our Vtax model is going to be so disruptive to the industry in terms of turning this industry upside down on its head. Not only are we partnering with the IRS in terms of impeding identity theft and providing them with what they ask for with the licensed and credentialed tax professionals. But what really drives this model is the opportunity that we're providing on the front end for individuals like yourselves to be able to earn money in this business without the liability of learning taxes, without the liability and the risk of preparing taxes and not knowing what you're doing, and without the risk of quitting your day job. You're going to be able to earn a substantial amount of income in this business, in this industry, as at the same time creating a very, very good reputation for yourself by providing clients, your social networks, your friends, your family, with an excellent service that everyone needs. Clients need a better way. This industry has been underserved as it pertains to tax professionals. The clients that you come into and communicate with, that you come in connection with, they're going to appreciate you for providing them a better way to have something done that everyone has to do. Right now, we're going to get into that, and we're going to show you how the referral marketing piece of it is used and how we will teach you how to build your virtual office in order for you to make more money in 120 days than you will all year. And how that works is right now, you're going to invite you to this webinar to explain to you the numbers and break down the financials of how Vtax works. Thank you for your time.